Imagine working only 37 hours a week. No overtime, no weekend emails, and still, you are rich. You have free healthcare, free education, long vacations, and you are one of the happiest people on Earth. Sounds impossible, right? But this is real life in Nordic countries. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland. These countries work less than almost anyone else in the world, but they are richer than most, and they are happier than almost everyone. So, what is their secret? How can less work create more happiness and more money? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will know the exact system they use, and maybe you can use parts of it too. Let's find out why doing less can mean living more.
Let's go back in time to the 1970s. Nordic countries were not always rich. Sweden had economic struggles. Denmark had high unemployment. Life was hard for many families. So they made a choice, a very different choice. Instead of pushing people to work more, they built a new system, a system based on trust. They said, trust workers to manage their own time. Trust them to be responsible adults. No one checks the clock every hour. No one punishes you for leaving on time. In Sweden, many companies use flexible hours. You can start late, you can leave early, as long as your work gets done. In Denmark, a normal work week is around 37 hours. Not 50, not 60, just 37. And overtime? It's rare, very rare. Because these countries learned something important. Tired workers make more mistakes. Stressed workers get sick more often. Burned out workers quit their jobs. So instead of longer hours, they focused on smarter hours. Fewer meetings, less office politics, more focus on real results. This is called output over hours. It means what you finish matters more than how long you sit at a desk. And it works. Studies show Nordic workers are some of the most productive in the world, even with fewer hours. But here's the surprising part. Working less was only step one. The real secret was what happened next. Here's a question. Why do people in most countries work so much? Simple answer: fear. Fear of losing health insurance. Fear of medical bills. Fear of not affording school for your kids. Fear of having nothing saved for retirement. This fear pushes people to work extra hours, to take extra shifts, to say yes to overtime even when they are exhausted. Nordic countries removed this fear. How? With something called the welfare state. In Denmark, healthcare is free. You get sick, you go to the doctor. No huge bill waiting for you. In Finland, university education is free, even for many international students. In Norway, parents get up to 49 weeks of parental leave at full pay, split between both mom and dad, with each getting their own guaranteed weeks, plus a shared pool they divide however they want. Lost your job? You still get support. Real support. Enough to pay rent and buy food while you search for new work. This changes everything. When people are not scared about survival, they don't have to overwork. They can choose jobs they actually like, not just jobs that pay the bills. They can leave work at 4 p.m. and pick up their kids. No guilt, no stress. Now, here's the tricky part. This system is not free. Nordic countries have very high taxes, sometimes over 50% of income. Sounds painful, right? But wait. Because that tax money comes right back to you as free healthcare, as free education, as strong pensions. So people are not really losing money. They are paying for services up front, together,
as a society. This is very different from paying a loan in fear, hoping you saved enough. And this brings us to the final piece, the piece that ties everything together.
Now let's talk about happiness. Real happiness, not just fake smiles. Every year, the World Happiness Report ranks countries, and Nordic countries are almost always at the top. Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Norway, Sweden. Year after year, near the #1 spot. But why? They don't have the biggest salaries in the world. So what makes them so happy? The answer is simple. Happiness is not just about money. The report looks at other things too. Trust in government, freedom to make life choices, strong social support, low corruption. Nordic countries score high in all of these. Think about it this way. If you trust your government, you relax. If you trust your neighbors, you relax. If you know your job is secure, you relax. Less stress means more happiness. It's that simple. There's also something called hygge in Denmark. It means coziness, comfort, simple pleasures. A warm cup of coffee, time with close friends, a quiet evening at home. Nordic culture does not chase big, flashy success. It chases balance, calm, connection. People are not working late to buy a bigger car. They are going home to enjoy dinner with family. This is the real difference. Success is not measured only in money. It's measured in time. Time with people you love. Time to rest. Time to just live. So here is the real secret. Nordic people are not rich and happy by accident. They built a system where less work does not mean less security. Trust replaced fear. Safety nets replaced overtime. And balance replaced burnout. They didn't get rich by working harder. They got rich by building a system that lets people live better, with less stress and less fear. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Success is not about doing more. It's about building a system where you don't have to. If this video gave you something to think about, that's the whole point. Real change doesn't come from working harder. It comes from building smarter.